clues tell you how many squares in that row or column. They tell you how many squares in that row or column are colored in. This 2 means that 2 squares in a row are colored in. Now these ones here are separated, which means there's one colored in and then some kind of space and then another one. Now, typically we're going to start someplace else, but I want to be able to model the partial clue. So let's look at this 5. 5 of these 7 squares is going to be a partial clue. I don't know if it's the first 5, so these first 5, or if it's the last 5, but no matter, or the middle 5, but either way, these 3 will be colored in, and that is a partial clue. Now let's look at the puzzle. Another clue we want to do, first we want to do that one of the strategies that I really like to start with is a stop, think, go. So I look at the title, Pondering Mark. I know it's a 7 by 7. That gives me a place to start. One of the things I'm going to look at are alls and nones. So alls would be 7s because that's what the grid is. I don't see any. I'm going to look for nones, 0s. Now, some people mark 0s with a dot, and with a marker, they actually work really well. I wouldn't recommend using marker. I'd recommend a pencil so that you can erase. But for right now, what I'm showing you, I'm choosing to use a marker. So other people may instead choose to use an X to say no. So in this case, now what we've revealed is it's 5 in a row. There are only 5. So these are the 5 that are colored in a row. I'm going to check that off. I still have no idea. Another 0. Actually, I'll keep doing the X's for you. So now I'm going to continue on. So this clue here says that 2 squares in a row somewhere in this column. Well, if this is already colored and I need 2 in a row, it must be this one, which means I'm done and nothing else in that column can be colored in. This next clue says there's only 1. I already have 1. So nothing else in this column is colored in. This column says that I have to have 1 in a row, followed by some space, and then a 2 and then a 1. I'll come back to this one. This clue, I have the 1 done, has a 1 already done, and then a 2. Now the 2 can be anywhere in here, but it cannot be here because I can't fit 2 there. Here says I need 3 in a row. Stop and think. If this one's already colored, what other 2 need to be colored? It must be 3 in a row. 1, 2, 3, and nothing else. So now I can start. I've worked my way across here. I like to be organized and methodical. This one needs to have a 1 and then separated by another 1. Already done. This needs to have 2 in a row. I already have 1, so the other one must be connected to it, and now I have 2, so nothing else. This says I must have 2 connected. There is no other possibility, so here are my 2. Now I have a problem. It says I can only have 1. I don't know which one, so I got to come back to that. This is done. I can only have 1 square done. There's only 1 possibility. So now I've worked my way down. I'm going to go back up to the top. This is done, done, done. Here. I did my 1. I need now 2 in a row. I have 1. I need to make a second one connected to it in this column. So it must be this one. And then there's my 1. Let's check this column. I have a 1. I need 2 in a row. 1, 2. And now my puzzle is done. Pondering mark, it is a question mark. Now, when you go to do the other nonograms, there are some things to look at. Remember, the title gives a hint. The size helps you identify the alls and nones. When confused, you can do partial clues. For instance, this 7, it might be the first 7, the second 7 or the last 7. But either way, it's going to be these middle 4. Okay? That's a partial clue. But you are going to look through and work them out as you go along. This next puzzle is medium level. This is called Masquerade. Hint, hint about what it is, but it is a 15 by 15, so the clues are starting to get much more complex. And then this is followed by 2 challenges, the cap of the cackler and the green carnivore, followed by the ultimate challenge, the Jolly Roger. I wish you the best of luck.